The British Antarctic Survey says it doesn't know when scientists can return to one of its research stations. It's because of the danger posed by a giant iceberg, almost the size of Greater London. Experts are tracking the mass from space as it circles the Antarctic coastline, as our science correspondent Jonathan Amos reports.
This sort of carving of ice shelves is actually a natural process. In fact, the base that I lived in, the buildings that I lived in back in the early 80s, actually broke off and drifted away in an iceberg during the 1990s. So this is a known property of ice shelves, that they extend out from the coast. The ice runs off the Antarctic continent, runs out into the sea. Eventually, it gets big enough that it becomes unstable and breaks away. So British Antarctic Survey scientists certainly don't think that this particular event is connected to climate change. But that doesn't mean to say we shouldn't be concerned about climate change in relation to Antarctica. The Antarctic Peninsula, for example, the bit that sticks up towards South America, is one of the most rapidly warming places on the planet and has already seen 2 ice shelves completely collapse and drift away. The problem then is that these ice shelves actually buttress the ice that's sitting on land. When they go, that land ice can move much quicker. It can then go out into the sea, and once that happens, then that can add quite dramatically, if the process really speeds up, to sea level around the globe.
Right, and it sounds like the scientists who are monitoring Halley right now, they actually want the iceberg to knock back into the coast near the research station. Just explain why.
Yeah, they'd like that bit that's hanging on, like a broken fingernail, just clinging on by that last little bit. They'd like that to actually break off and move away, because at the moment the base can't be accessed by ship because of that big crack and that large piece of ice that's waiting to go. And that means that it's very difficult to resupply the base. It also leads to uncertainty in terms of leaving people there through the winter, because it would be very dangerous to try and get people out if things did start going wrong during the perpetual darkness of the Antarctic winter, with temperatures down to -50. So once that piece of ice gets out of the way, and the station itself now has been moved, it was designed to be able to move for just this eventuality, then hopefully they'll be able to get people back in there throughout the year.
And that was Peter Gibbs, who himself has been to the Halley Antarctic Ice Station.